Hey, what is it, be sexy beast, GhostSickness Tristan here. Now let me start this video saying that I've lived a long and interesting life, okay? I've had a lot of crazy stories with a lot of different people involved in them, and it led me to having a lot of experience and being able to make a video like this. I don't know if you guys can exactly relate, but I do have something to teach you at the end of this video, so please stay until the end. And I'll make a reason why I'm making this, not just to bash the girls in the video, but to actually have a purpose behind making this particular video. So the very first girl, one of the worst girls in my life, and I'm ranking this actually in order. So the worst girl in my life to date has been my Crazy Ex. Now, my Crazy Ex, I had a pretty long relationship with. I met through a friend of a friend, and, way back in like 7th grade, I met her a long time ago. Talked and we dated freshman year when I was in freshman year and she was in 8th grade. And then a little bit, into the school year for about 4.5 months, things kind of fell through and she got pretty crazy. And I'll tell you guys the stories about that. I mean, they're on my channel. I'll link them in the description below, but definitely don't click off of this video for any of my other stories until I'm done with all this, so it all makes coherent sense. But yeah, so that was it was a great relationship until it turned really sour, and then I basically used her for sexual favors and stuff like that. That sounds illegal. For stuff like that, and I was just an overall scumbag. It was really bad of me to do, but it did teach me a lot. I had a lot of my firsts with her as well, countless of them. So she was definitely a pivotal part of my life, but seriously though, definitely led to a toxic relationship and me doing things that I regret, and some of my first regrets. But I don't regret those things anymore. I really don't, because it all led me to being here. You know what I mean? And that's another big point to all of this stuff that I'm going to be talking about today. Number 2 is going to be my Crazier Ex. And so by Crazier, I mean, this is the girl that I went to the school dance with. This is the girl that I ate out. And what happened after I ate her out was basically she went nuts and she cut her wrists and sent me pictures of them. Like, you did this to me. Like, you're a horrible person. You guys can watch the whole story. Link in the description below. It's fucking nuts. If this is just a promo for some of my old stories, so be it. Again, I've lived a lot and I've told you guys a lot about my life. Really have. I've told you guys an impressive amount about my life. Probably more than most other YouTubers, to be completely honest. Those are the stories involving her. And we were great friends for like 4 years. She was a great part of my life until everything, went south. And then a little bit afterwards, she's just telling me about this dude that she'd slept with or whatever, that she lost her virginity to. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to know this information. Why are you telling me this? It caused me to kind of make the stories that I made. So yeah, number 3 is the only girl to date that I actually knew cheated on me. I don't know if another girl has actually cheated on me besides this girl for a fact, but I knew for a fact that this girl did cheat on me, and it was really toxic. So let me explain the history behind this girl. I was in 7th grade and she was in 6th grade, right? It was the last day of the school year, and I ended up getting her phone number through one of her friends. My friend and I started texting her, and we hit it off basically, and it was going really well. The only problem was she had a boyfriend. So she had a boyfriend at the time, and I'm just like, fuck. So I texted her literally every day. 1 month, we actually clocked a good 24,000 text messages, man. We just play the question game and talk about life and talk about, stupid small talk or whatever you really could talk about. I thought it was great. I was super stoked. And so they finally break up. And after a couple days, I swoop in and I'm like, yo, I really want to go out with you. And I know you really want to go out with me too. We hadn't even hung out a lot. That was the real problem. Most of it was a long distance relationship. And by long distance, I just mean texting, because we were 13 at the time. So I couldn't drive over there to see her, if you know what I mean. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, this is going to be great. And so not only did she cheat on me after 2 days, and then she countlessly tried to get back with me. And I just when I remember going on this one walk, and I was just super angry, listening to a lot of music, and just fuck this girl, and texting her and just being no, I'm not gonna get back together with you, stupid slut. And being really mean to her and calling her a lot of names and stuff like that, because it was just, I felt so bad, so much rage, you know what I mean? I worked for 3 months to go out with this girl, and she cheats on me after 2 days. And now remember, what she had told me she did was that she kissed a guy playing Truth or Dare. And she's like, oh, it's Truth or Dare. You don't get a free pass playing Truth or Dare. You don't play Truth or Dare in relationships and do stuff like that with other people. You just don't. It's still cheating. I later found out she ended up sucking his dick, so that's not a Truth or Dare. And if it is, that's one hell of one. I wish I fucking got that. I wish I fucking got a dare like that playing Truth or Dare. God damn. Barely could do spin the bottle like shit. Yeah, so it was really toxic, and it was really bad. And I'm just like, why, you fucking bitch? You cheated on me. Why the hell would you do that? Now, to make it even worse is I didn't completely let this girl go after that. A couple years later, my friends and I were hanging out with her quite a bit. Her and I and some other people would always smoke hookah and hang out. Now, keep in mind, whenever this girl and I would hang out, we would never be alone. There would always be at least one or two other people, which really bothered me because, if you're trying to make the moves, you're trying to swoop in, you're trying to watch a movie, cuddle, do something like that, you got to be one-on-one, or else it's just weird. It's just like, I don't want to be like the third wheel or want to feel like you're being the third wheel. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. It's like, all right, well, so I just pined after her for a long time, dude. Countless, like, I don't know, like months and months and months. Like, my friends and I would hang out with her, and like Cody and I both wanted to date this girl. Like, there's a lot of stories on my channel involving, I'm not even going to bother to link them all because there's so many, like I might miss a few, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just pined after this girl, dude. Just chased after her for so long, and she never gave me a straight up answer, and she'd always go like after other guys or get back together with her douchey ex, as I would advise her otherwise. She thought I was attractive, obviously, because she dated me, and so that wasn't really an issue, but I really wanted to have sex with this girl. Like, at the time, I just really wanted to lose my virginity to her, even though she had already lost her virginity to one of my other friends, and it was just bad, dude. I chased after her for way too long, and then this one time we hung out, and she was like thinking about deciding between Cody and me, and she never ended up doing it. We're glad, because that caused us to finally like branch off. Her and I are no longer friends. We still have each other on Facebook. Like, I don't hate her. Like, we'd still talk or whatever. Like, if she saw me, and she has before, like we just talked a little bit, and like, okay, just we're just okay. We're just people who know each other pretty much, who have a pretty bad past, in my opinion, and so I just don't like to associate myself with girls like that. Now, girl number 4 is my cute Mexican coworker back from 2013. If you guys don't know, in 2013, I actually took my very first YouTube break, and it was this really big deal for my channel and me back then because I was just too burnt out on it, and I wanted to go live life. And so while doing that, I finally went on a date with this girl, and it was bad. It was really, really bad because this girl didn't have feelings for me. All I did was like hold her hand back in the movie theaters. We were just like, going and going and going, and I thought everything was going well. We ended up going on multiple dates. Ended up going on 2 dates total, and it was just bad, dude. It was just overall pure cancer. She never gave me a straight up answer. Like, I hate that rhymes, but yeah, like, I wanted to date her so bad, and anytime I would talk about feelings, she would get like upset or whatever, and it was just a really toxic relationship, man. It was really bad because I'd always see her at work, and we had, periods of time where it's just we wouldn't talk, and periods of time where we'd be like really flirty and stuff like that, and there was no winning for me. There was no, getting the girl. There was no situation where I ended up dating her, and that was really, really frustrating, and it did teach me a lot about girls leading me on. So, I mean, God, it comes back to my worst time being led on, the I'm back vlog, how my first date went, how my second date went, and like the current situation, everything like that. It was just overall so bad and unnecessary, and like I never ended up doing anything with this girl other than holding her hand. Like, I shouldn't have chased after her for such a long time because it didn't lead to anything happening at all. And a lot of these girls actually are that case, you know what I mean? And like 3 of them I actually ended up dating. 4 of them ended up going on dates with. There's a difference, guys. And then the 5th one is just, oh my God, this one's fucking embarrassing. So the 5th most toxic girl in my life, and there are other girls like 6 and 7. There are girls off of this list that I've made tons of videos about who have led me on and done shitty things like that, and just, and it's mostly my fault, to be completely honest with you, chasing after girls that aren't interested in me. That's on you, boo-boo. But at some point, the girls gotta just be like, yo, like, I don't like you. Like, what do you want? I know what you want. Okay, I'm not gonna date you. Yeah, you gotta know that. And I just want girls to be upfront with stuff like that. I just want girls to be upfront and tell guys their intentions. And, if guys tell them their intentions, them to at least answer the questions that we have. So the 5th most toxic girl is the girl that I chased in elementary school. If you guys don't remember, in 3rd grade, I was crazy obsessed with this girl, and this is on me. This is absolutely my fault. She was this really cute, like, preppy girl at the time, and I was just crazy about her, dude. She wasn't even great. I didn't even like her personality. She was just really cute, and that was pretty much it. And she ended up like kicking me in the shin one time. I ended up telling her I want to make babies with her and got suspended for it back in the 3rd grade. That's why she's number 5 over 6 and 7, because 6 and 7 didn't, do anything like personally to me like that, get me suspended or anything like that. And this isn't her fault. I mean, it's my fault for being fucking crazy. I mean, again, guys, it's not all bad. What this all led to, what it all cumulatively led to and created is me. It made me as a person, and it got me to where I am today. Every single girl, every single guy, every single person in my life has gotten me to where I am today, and I would not change it for the world. And it led to something called the 3 strikes rule that I came up with when I was 19. I'll link that one in the description below. It's also fantastic. It's, what to do if a girl's not texting you back or not responding or not giving you the answers you want, how to just move on. I don't let girls waste my time anymore. anymore because, and I don't waste girls' time, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very clear from the start what my intentions are, and that I'm not looking for anything serious or whatever, and I let girls do what they want with that information. If they don't ask, I'm not going to volunteer that information because I don't have to. You know, if you don't ask me, I'm not going to volunteer that information. The least I ask is if I ask you, please volunteer that or please give me that information, because if asked, I'll be forthright and let girls know what my intentions are, that, you know, not looking for anything serious. And again, there won't be more of these stories because I don't let girls lead me on anymore. I get what I want, and if I don't get what I want, I move on to another girl who will give me what I want, if that makes sense. And you guys need to do the same. If you're pining after a girl and going for a girl that just isn't interested in you, you got to move the fuck on. I know it's really hard to do, but if she hasn't given you the answer that you want and you've asked and maybe you got friend zoned or whatever, you got to move on. And if that means cutting that girl out of your life for the time being until you can move on, that is what you have to do. And I've done it countless times. And it's hard at first, man, but it gets easy. And you see at the end, you're like, oh my God, I should have done this earlier. You know, this made everything so much better. And so guys, I really hope you can take something from this video, because I know I sure did. And I feel really good making it. And I feel really serious making it. So I really hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like on it and comment sexy. You can type SECY, SEC, you know, SEE, whatever you want to do. And I'm also live right now. I know it's a shit ton of stuff going on. I got a lot of links in the description below, so definitely come back to this video if you're curious about anything I talked about in it. I'm currently live streaming Black Ops 1 on Xbox One with subscribers. I'll link that in the description below. Stay sexy, you beasts. I'm GhostSickness. I fucking love you guys, and I'm out.